So in today's video, I've been joined by someone a little bit different. I've got one of my friends here, Tom. Tom's been riding for quite a while now. I've known you for a good bit as well.
Yeah.
You've recently swapped to a different style of bike, a different style of riding. Obviously, given that we're doing these videos and the sort of products that we have, we thought it would be a great idea to get someone who does some sort of true, proper off-road style of riding, get them to do some product demos, some test videos, and sort of see what, the real world feedback is from products. So you want to introduce yourself, what sort of stuff you get up to and things like that?
Yeah, as Ollie's just said, my name's Tom. Been riding adventure bikes for the past 6 months now. Picked up this Tenere World Raid August last year. Just been having an absolute blast on it. Been riding all the green lanes in my local area. Been down to Thetford Forest, been across to Wales now, down the Cotswolds. It's been great. Lots of off-road riding, lots of road riding as well, of course. Bit of a difference to riding sports bikes, I will say. And I've had to go and outfit myself with a whole new set of gear. Yeah.
We thought we'd kick off with quite a new helmet to the market. Obviously, the name Airoh has been there for quite a while. A lot of people know that Airoh is a solid brand, both off-road adventure as well as the motocross world. It's been quite a prominent name in there. And obviously, the Commander 2 has built on its predecessor, the original one. And we got one out to you and thought you'd do some testing with it and see how you got on with it. Initial thoughts, what was the kick-off that wanted you to look at something like the Airoh Commander and that style of helmet?
Well, I've been in the market for a new helmet since picking up that, and I've just been using my road helmet that I had on all the sports bikes until now. It's the classic look of an adventure helmet. It's having the peak and the wide visor, that sort of sharp chin. So I've now got a helmet that looks the part. It's super lightweight, which is of course another sort of key factor that I was after as well. You get all that breathing space at the front because when you're off-road, it's tiring. So yeah, it feels good.
So like today, you can see we've got that rare bit of sunshine and the weather's actually warmed up a touch. In terms of that venting that you were talking about when you're pushing and sort of really actually going for it off-road, how do you find the venting side of the Airoh Commander 2?
It's really good. I mean, you say today's been the nicest day. It probably has since picking up the helmet, realistically. It's been freezing until now. But yeah, I had that big front vent open today on the way here. I run it with goggles, so you get all the wind going through there. It's just about warm enough. It's not freezing me there. But yeah, those vents off the top, they're pretty good as well.
And obviously a helmet of this style with the peak and the bigger visor and things, we know from the shop and working there that it offers better vision. Obviously when you're off-roading, you've got a lot more peripheral vision, and as well as that peak helps to keep a good bit of the sun out of your face. It also helps, in the event you're running through narrow trenches and branches and things, it can also take a light impact and help to deflect some of those away from you. You had any sort of experience swapping from a full face road helmet to a bigger visored, slightly more adventure style?
Yeah, so I mean, I was off-road yesterday, got myself into a bit of a bog, the rear tyre was kicking up mud, and that peak there just sort of, stopped it from hitting my visor as such, and it just sort of kept the visibility clean for me. And another point to note when I was out yesterday is, this comes with the pin lock, which you graciously fitted for me in the shop. And you cannot even see the seam if you're running it with the visor. It's just completely clear.
We always say pin locks are well worth it, especially if you're riding in the UK, and you'd second that opinion?
Yeah, absolutely. Pin lock all the way.
Good. One other point to touch on with the helmet, and this is not specific to the Commander 2, but it is a massive point around this helmet. As we all know, carbon fibre has incredible strength, but it also offers incredible sort of strength to weight ratios. In terms of actually wearing the helmet and being on top of the head, do you notice it's not, a big heavy shell, or it's quite a light, narrow, thin, streamlined sort of shape to it?
Without a doubt, this is the lightest helmet that I've worn. I've actually ridden with a motocross helmet on the roads, which I know that you shouldn't. And they're supposed to be extremely light, and this is pretty comparable to that. It's super light, and it comes with the internal visor, and it's got all the extra bits and pieces strapped to it. And I rode it with the camera mounted to the top as well.
And it was still an absolutely manageable weight.
It's really light, yeah.
Good. So when you first get your Airoh, obviously you're going to be opening things up. The host of accessories that comes with them is quite a lengthy list. Like we mentioned earlier in the video, the pin lock comes in it included. It's always nice to see at the price point of things as well, just to have that pin lock in there. It's one less thing to have to worry about buying. When we were opening this helmet up, we also noticed that there was a couple more accessories thrown into the box. And obviously, as some of the off-road guys like to do, you like to keep a sort of personal track or maybe a social media track of what you're up to. We noticed it came with quite a few camera mounts, didn't it?
Yeah, I was quite surprised. I don't think I've ever purchased a helmet that had its own integrated space and the clip, and comes with a GoPro clip as well for the top of the peak there, which I've attached here. And I've recorded a bit of footage with that. You do end up looking like a bit of a Teletubby, I will say, but you do get some good footage from up there.
Yeah, it's quite a good position to have it seated at, and like you said, to have it in the box and it come with a product from the get-go. Like the pin lock, it's one less thing to have to worry about picking up down the line if you wanted to do anything on the filming aspect of things. Over onto sort of interior and the fitment and the actual padding itself. How have you been getting on with it? Obviously, we know from our tech sheets and stuff that it's all antimicrobial, it's removable, washable, it's meant to be kept clean. You know, you can get it nice and dirty, throw it through a hand wash and that sort of stuff. But in terms of actually wearing it on the face, you know, has it caused any issues, or it's been quite a nice soft helmet to wear?
No, it's been a nice snug sort of fit for me. Just sort of pinches lightly around the cheeks as most helmets should. Nothing noticeable, nothing sticks out. I've fitted my own center to it as well, and you can't feel any of the cabling running up and around it, which means that the padding that's in there is clearly thick enough to support that.
Good. Like yourself, when you're coming to purchase a new helmet like this, obviously quite a large factor in the purchasing process is how much this helmet is going to set you back. We quite liked the Airoh Commander for the fact that you're not overly paying for something that is, you know, a name or maybe just a brand at the end of the day. You're paying for all the technology and development that's gone into it. And when you line it up in a rough guide of helmets in this category and style of riding, it really sticks out as almost an outlier in terms of price to performance that you get from it. Obviously, you paid for this helmet. It wasn't given to you or anything like that. What would you sort of say about the price point at that 449 mark for the carbon ones? It's, you know, from our point of view, it sits right where it should be, and it's an incredibly competitive price for the helmet.
I mean, personally, I'm quite a cheap human being. I like to try and get things as a bargain. I don't think I've ever paid any more for that. In fact, I paid a little bit more for a Ruroc that I had a few years ago. That was a mistake. But yeah, so I mean, in terms of price, it sits right in there with what I'd normally pay for a helmet, and I think the sort of the build, the quality, it looks really good as well. I think it's worth the price.
So the nice bit is we're going to be seeing a little bit more of you as we move through into the summer and things. You're obviously going to be out riding a lot more as well. You're going to be doing a lot more trips and things. We're also going to try and get you into some of the new and upcoming jackets and products that are coming out in the market. Obviously, Gayan and a couple of people on the boot side have got quite a bit coming into us new. We've got plenty on the off-road and adventure side of jackets and clothing, whether they be sets or just single pieces. We're going to try and get you into sort of some of the new stuff, get you in doing some proper off-road, serious testing for us, as opposed to just being sort of sat on the M6. It's quite nice to have a good mix between sort of people who do ride on road and off-road, and then someone like yourself who sits in that middle ground of doing best of both worlds.
Yeah. Does the Starbucks drive-through count as off-road? Just out of interest, it's not public road. That's off-road, right?
I'm sure we can work around that with something.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us today, guys. Obviously, both of us you're going to be seeing a little bit more of, like I said, going forwards. All the links and everything to this sort of stuff will be down in the description. I'll have the Airoh Commander linked. You can go and check it out on the website. There's loads of colours. The carbon ones are a wicked price. The other ones that are non-carbon and they're a fiberglass shell, they're also on there as well. So I'll get them thrown down into the description for you. Drop a subscribe, leave a comment underneath, let us know of what you sort of think of these helmets, if you've had experience with maybe the older model or if you've just picked one up, what your views and opinions of it will be. But we're going to get some more videos done in this slightly more off-road focused section of things, and we'll see how it grows.